Back in the 90s, a little-known microphone company called Rode emerged from the depths of Australia to release their very first microphone, the NT1. Obviously, the mic was a huge hit, and fast forward to 2023, and we're now seeing a 5th generation of the NT1 being released. And unlike a lot of new microphone releases at the moment, there is some genuinely new and exciting stuff to unpack here. So, let's check it out.
Thanks for checking out Radio.co on YouTube. If you want to see more kit reviews, live webinars, and handy broadcasting tips, then give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon.
Now, before we take a look at what's inside the mic, let's take a look at what's inside the box. First, you get your SM6 pop shield, which we have seen before. Very good, very nice. Not a lot to say about that, really. Next, we have a red box. Now, famously, red is a sign of danger or something scary, so let's be careful when we open this because we have no idea what's going to... Oh, it's just cables. It's just some cables. But there is something a little bit scary about this. There's an XLR cable and a USB-C cable. I wonder why that is. I know why, but I just want to leave you in suspense. Finally, the box you're most bothered about. The box with the microphone itself in. And look at that. A little pouch on top. That's nice. And here it is, the NT1 5th generation. Now, first impressions, you would not know this was the 5th generation, but that's fine. Like I say, this microphone has been around since the 90s. It's been pretty well refined by now. There's been 5 iterations and the NT1A. So Rode know what they're doing now with the looks and feel of this thing. So not that bothered if it's not going to change dramatically. It still feels great, made out of aluminium, or aluminum if you're American. And yeah, really not much to say about this. Professional, it's slick, it's gonna blend in very nicely wherever you put it. So yeah, no complaints looks and feel wise. It's a fairly simple, no frills affair on the outside, but on the inside, it gets very, very exciting. So let's dive in. So here it is, all plugged in and ready to go. And Rode claims the NT1 is the most popular condenser mic in the world. Now, I don't know if that's true, but it's certainly a very, very popular condenser mic. And I know a lot of people who have one of the previous generations will be looking to upgrade. But from specs alone, it doesn't look that different from the 4th generation. So anyone from the 4th generation might be thinking, well, why? Why does this exist? Well, the key player is Rode's brand new dual connect feature, which allows you to connect not only with XLR like we are right now, but also USB-C as well. This is a first for condenser mics, and it's extremely exciting to see it finally happening. Rode claims this makes no difference to the sound quality, and we'll check that out later, but if true, this could be a huge deal for microphones and specifically condenser microphones going forward. But Rode hasn't stopped there. Rode has also included unclippable 32-bit float recording, and this together should provide a huge range when recording loud sounds or really quiet sounds. Basically everything should be able to be fixed in post. There's also high SPL capabilities and even advanced signal processing on board. So obviously you can use this with like a Rodecaster Pro when using an XLR or any sort of mixing board. But when you want to connect it to a computer, for instance, using the USB-C feature, how does that work? Well, there's actually an audio interface built in. It comes with Rode's very own Revolution preamps, which is also included on the Rodecaster Pro 2. There's an ultra high resolution analog to digital conversion, and that ultra wide dynamic range we just spoke about. Oral exciter is included, and let's face it, my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite, big bottom is included too. The 5th gen NT1 is also compatible with 3 of Rode's companion apps. Rode is starting to have more apps than I have friends. Well, actually, that kind of became true when they released the first one. So it can work with Connect, Central, and even Unify, which is strange because it's not actually a Rode X product, but hey, Rode, you do you. So you know the drill by now with condenser mics. Obviously, they only pick up the sounds in front of you, so when you go to the side, like so, it's going to lose out on a bit of sound. They're also more susceptible to picking up background noise, so obviously you're going to want to use this more in like a studio environment or just a really, really quiet room. It's not like a dynamic mic, which is great for being out and about. You'll want to be inside for this. The NT1 in the past has mostly been used in recording booths, which is why it's so popular with musicians, for example, or even like podcasters, because some podcasters are in studios. But yeah, obviously it's popular for a reason. So on paper, this is looking like a very exciting upgrade from the 4th generation, but does it hold up with sound quality? Well, you're hearing it right now, it sounds pretty good, but let's test it out a little bit further. If we're kind and polite, the world will be right. If we're kind and polite, the world will be right. If we're kind and polite, the world will be right. If we're kind and polite, the world will be right. Peter Piper picked a pepper. 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 So I'm currently recording this through the USB cable into my MacBook, and then I'm recording it off OBS. I tried to get it working on Connect and had no luck for some reason, which is odd because I use Connect quite regularly and it's worked fine with every other Rode mic I've tried. So not sure what's going on there. I might need to install an update or something, I'm not sure. So won't knock any points off it, just in case it's me being an idiot, and that does happen. But yeah, how do you think it sounds? I think it sounds pretty good. I'm fairly sure that Aural Exciter and Big Bottom are switched on here as well. So yeah, what do you think? So I'm now talking extremely loudly and closely into the mic, but in post, I should have been able to fix this because of the 32-bit float. So this is great if someone's just a bit too loud during a recording and they're clipping quite a lot. It should still be able to be fixed in post. Rode also claims this is the quietest large diaphragm condenser mic ever. Now, I don't know if it's the quietest, and I really can't be asked to go and get every single mic we have in the office to test that theory, but it's pretty quiet. We have like 100 mics, and I've not had lunch yet, so that's not gonna happen. So you just have to take our word for it that, yeah, it's pretty quiet. Here it is in complete silence if you wanna hear for yourself. So, should you pick up this mic? I think this might be the easiest yes we've had on this channel in a while. I'm so impressed with some of the leaps Rode has made here. It truly feels like we're looking at the future of condenser mics with this one, and something that everyone is going to be copying over the next few years. While we've reviewed some stellar microphones over the past year, I was starting to feel like maybe we were stuck in a period of microphones just getting slightly better with each iteration, with no real big leaps being made. Like, yeah, there's some nice processing stuff, some nice software stuff coming out, but in terms of like XLR mics, things have been the same for a while, and with USB mics, they're just sort of catching up to the XLR mics. But the NT1 has genuinely changed the game here, because now we have both an XLR and a USB mic in one, and they're just as good as any other sort of XLR on the market. It's usually quite hard to recommend condensers to newbies, but with the NT1 5th gen, I feel like you could confidently pick this up with limited experience and still get quite a lot out of it. If you have the 4th gen and you're looking to upgrade, then really it's up to you whether or not these features are going to be worth it. Maybe you're quite happy with your XLR setup and you don't think you'd get anything out of USB, and you've got a perfect setup already and you're not clipping or anything like that, so you don't think the bit float is going to massively help you out, in which case it's probably not for you. But anyone that doesn't have an NT1 or is maybe struggling with their NT1 4th gen, this is going to prove a great upgrade. I am fairly confident we are currently looking at the new condenser king. But as always, that is just my opinion, and if you have a different opinion, we'd love to hear it down in the comments below. And as you're going down there anyway, you might as well click like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell icon. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and happy broadcasting.
And just before you go, have you ever thought about launching your very own internet radio station? Surprisingly, it's a lot easier than you may think, especially when you make the time to chat to myself or a member of the Radio.co team. To do just that, head to our website, Radio.co/demo, where I can talk about your plans, any questions you may have, and me and the team can really get you up to speed in launching your own internet radio station in literally minutes. It couldn't be easier. Why not check out some of our webinars, tutorials, help guides situated around me? Or why not visit our website, Radio.co, or even drop me an email, studio@radio.co. Until next time, take care and happy broadcasting.